This is Biju, my gardener. And he is the mastermind behind the garden. Well, a little bit. Huh? What did you do with the garden so far? Huh? What did you do with the garden so far? What do you like best?
Garden?
Which part in the garden do you like better?
Cutting.
Best cutting? But you cut too much. Every time we cut, look at that morning glory. That chop! Biju was here. Biju with the secateurs. Huh? Why do you like cutting so much? You just like cutting because it's sharp knife? The big ball player, yeah? Okay. Welcome to my garden. Last time it was about maybe 6 months ago. So I decided, since I've seen the vlog again, which was my very first vlog, incidentally, that I'd take you on a tour with me to show you a little bit of what has happened and what changed since then. It's a tremendous change. In fact, since 6 months ago, there's absolutely nothing recognizable except for the palm trees. I went ahead and changed, again, the whole topology and the whole layout, and even some of the plants that were originally put here. So let's go around and I'll show you a little bit of what's going on. This is by the pools area, and we're starting with what I call my bulbs patch. But unfortunately, there's only very, very few bulbs that I started so far. I think it'll probably take a little bit longer to come through. At least I hope so. The one great success that I've had is the amaryllis, and let me show you those first. This is the bulbs patch. You've seen it from other pictures I've uploaded on Flickr, I guess. What you see here is, again, some change. I'm trying to slowly put some more bushes and various heights to make it really look like a, I don't know, I can't explain it, but I've got the picture exactly in my mind. I want different plants, different colors, that you would love to just sit and just look at it when it's fully developed. It'll take a few months, I'm sure, but I have high hopes for it. And so far, it's been proven that this area of the garden is quite worthwhile. Actually, it's colder than the front, so maybe that's why the tulips are attempting to come out, and the amaryllis have already had one cycle. The clown amaryllis that's in the middle there has just opened up yesterday, and it's not fully open yet. The other one next to it, which is the original one that opened up, I don't know what it's called, but it's absolutely gorgeous because it's got multiple layers of petals. It's about the same coloring as the clown amaryllis, but it's slightly, I think, more pink than red, and the multiple layers in it. I've got 2 more heads to come out of that. I'm really looking forward to that as well. Do I need to say anything? This is one of the main planters by the pool. I've put some amaryllis as well as hyacinths here. You can see the amaryllis is very, very successful. We've got one, if you notice at the bottom there, I've already cut one stalk that's already flowered. The second one is, well, I think it's going to be cut in the next couple of days. But look at how gorgeous the new flowers are. I like these flowers, or these plants. They're called Euphorbia milli hybrid. I've got vicious thorns on the main branches, but the stalks are actually quite nice, and the flowers are quite weird. Quite nice around the borders and things. We've got a few of them around the garden. This is the wall. We've got 5 different climbers, and 6 months ago, obviously, you didn't see anything at all here. They've gone through the secateurs that my gardener Biju loves using, and the morning glory is a little bit sad after his attack. I think it's survived okay. It'll be okay in a while. Another of the climbers, I don't really know what it's called. I'm trying to find out what the name, and when I do, I'll post it. It's quite nice. The flowers are bright orange, as you can see, and they've got nice subtle smell to them as well. This is the most obtuse plant that we've got. I couldn't get it to grow properly. It had a much better growth and then it died down. Now it's starting again. This is the clematis that Francis brought from Scotland in the summer. And I think I've just overwatered it. I've read about it a little bit and now I think I've got the right thing. There's got actually some nice new growth showing. And even between the nodes, if you notice. I don't think you'll be able to see them, but I can. What I did, the trick is that I lifted the vase. This is the passion flower, and it's going all over the place. Unfortunately, I haven't had any flowers on it yet. I'm hoping that because I've put some potassium in there, that we'll get some flowers out, but I haven't seen any indications of it coming out yet. This is the honeysuckle, and it's doing very, very well. And again, it grew all of a sudden. Struggled with it for months until in the end I found what it actually requires and the cycle of watering that I would give it. Seems to be okay now. Again, we'll be moving this into the ground so it can be actually happier, and hopefully we'll see the flowers very soon. It's Bijou with his secateurs again, and he's cut it into a nice profile. It's sloping down into the other flower bed, which I've got here as well if you wanna see. This is quite nice slope. I've got some muscaris and alliums in here. It's just straggly bits. I don't know when the hell it's gonna actually get the flowers out. That's another kind of Kennas. This is Generalis or X Generalis. And this is mostly, well, let's say most of the same. This is cassia, and when it's in flower, it's beautiful. Almost all the branches are covered in yellow. Quite nice. These are the borders that we've done recently. I didn't want the usual borders of just a few inches wide. I really wanted it to be a feature that we can utilize to put various plants and flowers and shapes and sizes. It's about, as you can see, about maybe a meter in some areas and a meter and a half wide, and this I've done actually throughout this area of the garden, the front of the house. And you can see this thing in the middle I call the teardrop. The main feature, of course, is the frangipani. This frangipani actually, when we came, it was here in the house, and it's grown quite nicely. Quite like these carpets of gazania. I've got them around the garden in various places. And the Ixora flowers, well, it's in a sad state now, but one was flowering, it was gorgeous. It was all red topped and big balls of flower. It was excellent. There's a teardrop. You compare this with how it was 6 months ago, it's unbelievable. And this is the last border that we did. And you can see it's got some very, very nice growth. And the snapdragons, I think it must be the main feature of this area. This is the only hydrangea that actually survived. I brought 6 from Amsterdam, and this is the 7th I think Francis brought from the UK. I'm not sure whether this is from the UK or Amsterdam. I have a feeling this is the one that I brought from Amsterdam. Just looking at the label, I remember. At least it survived. This is the Dillonix regia, or the fire tree. And maybe if you see vlog number 1, very first one, it actually didn't exceed beyond what you see in the picture now. It's just that height. Now, It's grown to almost 2.5 times the size in all that very short period. So this is my garden. Thank you for joining me. Enjoy. This is where I spend most of my time now. Bye bye for now.